Alright guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be ranking, in my opinion at least, the top 5 most hype things in Dokkan of celebrations. Now this is 100% in like my own opinion, because if we were ranking the best celebrations, like probably subjectively, fourth year would probably be number 1, 300 million downloads would probably be number 2, you know, like in that order, and that's not the order that I have them, but this order that I have at least is 100% biased. So obviously, these are all of the Dokkan Fest, well, the dual Dokkan Fest we've had, and I know it seems weird that we've only had like 12, but there might be 1 or 2 missing, but this is pretty much it. So, you know, this is all of our choices basically, because obviously, all of the huge, all of the huge updates have come with like Dokkan Fest exclusives, or all the huge celebrations, whatever. So the first one, it's the Gogeta Broly. It's these boys. Now, prior to this coming out, like, this would have been so much more hype. Also, this is only on Global, so I'm not going to be ranking Trunks and Zamasu on this. But these guys, this would have been so much more hype if, like, we had gotten it when JP got it. But because we got it so late, this was, like, less hype. But these cards were still insanely hype, as well as the fact that their banners were, like, insane. Let's just look at Broly's banner, because I do remember Broly's banner being, like, pretty good. Okay, it's not as good as I remember, to be honest, but Broly, great. I still don't have Imperagus, by the way, on either of my accounts. STR Broly after his EZA is fine. Janemba is okay. Broly's bad. Omega's okay. Now, the JP version of his banner is probably what I was thinking of, and it was insane. Now, I don't remember what... Oh, I do remember that Gogeta was on this banner, and I pulled Gogeta. I'm not even exaggerating. I pulled him 11 times, and I didn't pull AGL Gogeta 1 time. But this banner, I would say, it's probably about as good, because this guy is definitely better than the EZA Broly. But I don't know. This banner is probably slightly better. But still, like, they added great units to the general SSR pool from this. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was on it, which obviously around this time, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was on every banner. So that's not great, but if you for some reason didn't have him before this and you got him on this banner, he's insanely good still. So that's just what I'm going to talk about from the Broly and Gogeta banners. Also, I didn't pull up much research here. I'm just going to be going off of what I remember from these celebrations, and from these celebrations, I pretty much only remember the banners. So that's one thing. Okay, so then moving on, we got the 200 million download celebration. So this, like, obviously this was the ticket banner, this was the free tickets. I think this was the introduction of the free tickets. Where, like, for every 50 stones you spent, you got 1 ticket, and it was on this banner. Actually, it definitely wasn't the first time, I don't think. But the JP banner, I remember it was so insane. The Global banner was good for Global, but the JP banner, it had the Super Saiyan 4, so at the time were, like, the 2 best units in the game. It had Physical Cooler, who a lot of people at the time were saying was better than the 2 Super Saiyan 4s. In hindsight, I don't think he was, but, you know. And then, obviously, it had all of the same major good units on the banner that the Global one did, as well as Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. This banner was really good. They have just slowly but surely been making those banners, like, worse and worse every year. Because, like, when this came out, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku wasn't that old. He was, like, 2 months old, and he was on this banner, and now it's, like, they don't even go back, like, that long at all. Well, they go back too long is what I mean, for the cutoff. But yeah, this was insane, and this was also when we got Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega, on both Global and JP. Obviously, on JP, they introduced category leads, at this time, and on Global, we got the to-be release, but I'm gonna be honest, at the time, to-be released sucked, and I was really confused with how the fusion category worked at the time, because I was like, why can't I put Vegito on my fusion category team, what? But either way, this was an insanely hype celebration just from all the free stuff, as well as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega finally being in the game, because I was about to say this was the first time Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was in the game, but he's still the only Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta in the game, so that was obviously comes without saying. So that was insanely, like, super cool. This was I'm not sure if this was the 4th Dual Dokkan Fest, but it was up there. That was super duper, like, I loved the celebration. And that one kind of hits me in a special place just because of when it happened in my life. So now number 3rd for me, coming in 3rd, I can't speak, I'm sorry, is the 4th year anniversary. This one I do think is subjectively the best celebration that Dokkan has ever had. There was so much content. There was so much free stuff. The banners were insane. Obviously, new boss rush. They had tickets on global, because again, this is just a global video, so they had tickets. You got the multis with orbs, which is good. All of these story events were here. Hidden potential stuff is active. Super Battle Road active every day. This celebration was just insane. And these banners on global, I would say they are still probably the best banners that have ever been on global, besides the guaranteed LR banners, which I do think global will be getting another one of those in like 5 weeks ish. I think we're probably gonna get one around the time we get Trunks and Zamasu. But if you look, these banners are insane. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and LR Vegito on one banner is gross. Like, both of them are top 10 units in the game, and they're on a 12 unit banner. So pretty much you have a 1 in 6 chance every time you get a featured unit of getting a Dokkan Fest LR. So that's just insane. And also all the other featured units weren't bad. Transforming Goku, really good. Jiren, really good. UI Goku, really good. Although maybe UI Goku isn't good for many people, because looking at my friends list, everyone who has UI Goku set as their friend has UI Goku rainbowed. And I had him rainbowed for this banner, and now I have like 4 copies of UI Goku just sitting on my account that I'm not using with a rainbow copy. It's weird. Angel Golden Frieza is good. He's starting to show his age now, but not really. He still has 150% attack, 50% defense. It does just suck that he debuffs superclass allies, is basically what I meant when I said he's aging. This guy faked a lot of people out. They were a troll with this guy. And all of these guys down here got Dokkan Awakenings that were really good. And then the Vegeta banner, it was pretty much just the same, but with Vegeta units. And the Vegeta banner was probably even better, because on that banner you had Transforming Frieza, who's probably better than Transforming Goku. You had MVP 17, who is definitely better than Frieza. Gogeta and Vegeta are pretty much the same unit until they fuse, and they don't really fuse often, so that's kind of whatever. And Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is slightly worse than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't even want to say slightly worse, he is just worse. And it also introduced the gacha coin mechanic. I forgot about that. Yeah, this celebration definitely was really good. I might have even, like, in hindsight, moved it up if I would have remembered that this was the one that introduced the gacha coin. But anyways, moving on to number 2. We have this was my most anticipated Dokkan Fest ever. So this is obviously the 300 million download celebration. And this celebration was monstrous. So obviously we did get the Dokkan Fest Gohan and Cell, which is hype, just because, remember, we hadn't had a Dokkan Fest Gohan. And we had the Global vs. JP tile thing, which was really fun. We got a lot of rewards. We got the 10 stones every day for like a week. Again, a lot. This is just, you know, buy 3 get 1 free. Super good units. A lot of people were underwhelmed. I, for one, was not. I thought both of them were really good. I really don't understand why people are trashing Cell. He didn't hit insanely hard, but still was really good. We also got those free-to-play EZA units, who I'd say the Goku and Gohan are like summonable level, like for real. This event you can only do it twice, but you did end up getting like 10 Elder Kais and a whole lot of levels from it, which is really good. New stages of Super Battle Road, insane. And Super Battle Road was up every day for like, what was that, like over a month, like a month and a week. Like that just stopped like about a week ago at the time of me recording this. Boy, my voice just cracked. New stages of Boss Rush, a whole lot of top grossing rewards. Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, or Dokkan Battlefield, whatever you want to call it. Those orb multis are back. Hidden potential events. Now this is just part 1. If we go over to part 2, the one blemish of this campaign, and I am going to call it a blemish, and people are going to, not people, but some people are going to be upset. The blemish of this event is the Extreme Z area, the introduction of the Extreme Z area. Just because it's not fun. Remember, this is a game. Also, I love this event. I know it's not great. I know it's like an easier version of the Legendary Goku event, but either way, it was a great way to get rewards. It's fun. It lasts for a long time. It's the best way to showcase a unit who can stack attack, even better than the UI Goku event, because remember, as long as it's a key attack, they can just continuously like get absorbed by the androids, and if they're getting absorbed by the androids, they're still getting their attack stacked. So that's really good. But still, like, this mode right here, I had to write this out a few times today. But it was, so it's too restrictive, it takes stamina, and it's not fun. Like, this is a game. Games are meant to be fun, and it wasn't at all. And I am just speaking from my own experience. If you had a good time with it, you know, good for you. I just personally did not. World Tournament, that's also kind of not great, just because Global had just had a World Tournament less than a month ago, but, you know. And then all the rest of this is just World Tournament stuff. Obviously, a whole lot of new loading screens and stuff. Everything in this celebration was really good except for Extreme Z area, new Dokkan, Super Battle Road stages. I almost said Dokkan Battlefield. I guess there was a new Dokkan Battlefield, but also, I don't know what happens if I click on Dragon Stones. Does it tell me how many Dragon Stones were given out? Okay, so basically, there was a lot of... So you were given 1,070 Dragon Stones during the total course of this celebration. That is insane. Okay. So this is for Global, by the way. It could be different for JP. So obviously this was insanely good. And then right now all we have left is number 1. Take your guess on who it is. And if you played during this time, you're probably right. Well, hold up. You just saw who it was. But first of all, it would probably be Gogeta and Janemba if I played the game actively during the time they were released. But around, so I downloaded Dokkan. It was right when the STR Super Saiyan Bardock came out. Now, part of me wants to go see when that was, and the other part of me knows that's going to take 15 years because recording takes up a lot of CPU. But either way, I'm going to go look this up. We're probably going to be back in a second. Okay, we're back now. So I downloaded the game, and the banner that was out was this Bardock's banner. So it was probably, so I've been playing this game for 4 years. We need to chill with this. So it was probably sometime in like September of 2015. So that's so long ago. But either way, I was not actively playing, because even when I first downloaded it, I didn't like stick with it. Like, I downloaded it, summoned for a little bit, didn't really play it anymore. I logged in one day for no reason. The Int Ultimate Gohan banner was up, and I was like, hey, can I buy something? And I was like way too young at this time. I was like 12 or 13 or something. But either way, I was like, hey, can I just get some stuff? Sure. So, and I pulled Int Ultimate Gohan from those stones. Like, I did one multi. I had enough for one multi and like 4 singles, and I pulled Int Ultimate Gohan, and I never looked back. Well, actually, that was a straight up lie, because I pulled him, and then I just didn't play for a while, and then I started to play around the time, like, actively play when AGL Super Vegito came out. Around the beginning of the 70% meta was when I first started to, like, play. But anyways, so that's why they're not here. These guys, the Rose and Vegito Blue, were probably the best luck I ever had on any banners, but this is the Super Saiyan 4s. The OG Super Saiyan 4s, for me personally, was the most hype I've ever been. When they first came out, I had 1,000 free-to-play stones save up, and I got Super Saiyan 4 Goku first multi, and see, like, originally I was like, I'm not even going to summon on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku banner, but I did lead off on his banner, and I was like, okay, I don't really want him, but I'm just going to throw one cycle at him and see what happens. In one cycle, I got 2 Super Saiyan 4 Gokus, dipped, and then I probably spent about 1,000 stones on the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta banner, and got 3 Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas. And do remember, this time on Global was also when LR Gohan came out, the Int LR Gohan, and he was the best card in the game at the time. So everything about this celebration was just insane. Now, there wasn't much content with it, but just the amount of hype. You know, like, I was even hyped for this Trunks, and I never ever used this Trunks. I pulled him, I never used him. He's still in my box, not used. This guy came out too, and I did use him, but he was SA1 until super recently, like until about a month ago. He was SA1, and now he's rainbowed. This Pan, I do use sometimes. Baby, I don't use at all, but these 2 Super Saiyan 4s are still viable on the LR Super Saiyan 4 teams. Like, on the Super Saiyan 4 Goku team, you can run this Vegeta, and he will activate all of like Super Saiyan 4 Goku's links. And I do think this guy is better on Vegeta's team than this guy is on Goku's team. Just because, do remember on Goku's team, you do have like full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. You have this guy. You have a lot more options to activate like Saiyan Roar than you do on like Vegeta's team, where like pretty much this Goku's the only option. But yeah, this celebration, it just takes me back. I remember, like, I was so excited. Like, a few nights before this came out, I had... Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has been out for way too long, and they haven't made Xenoverse 3. But I remember, like, a few nights prior to this, like, I set the game on simulation, and I set the health to infinite, and I had, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta fight for, like, 2 days straight, and I was like, this is gonna give me great luck, and it did. But anyways, this was just me gushing about this celebration, and it wasn't even that great. It's just, it was so hyped. This was the first time the Super Saiyan 4s were in the game. It was really good. Although I guess that is about it. Let me know what your guys' list is, like, for the most hyped celebrations you guys, well, in your guys' opinion. Obviously those were mine. But anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please consider leave a like, a comment, subscribing to the channel. My name has been Blah, and I will see you guys next time.